Hello, everybody, and today I'm going to tell you the negative and the positives of putting black boxes inside people. Okay, so are you ready? Let's begin. Negative. Machine learning algorithms can only be as good as the data it is trained on. If we train the data on the model that does not match the environmental data as well, accuracy will not translate into their real world. A good example is this study on a personalized risk assessment for acute kidney injury. While patient data evolved, disease patterns changed. The predictive model became less accurate and therefore much less useful. It is crucial for the development of monitor outputs periodically and account for data shift problems over time. The work is not complete after we deploy a model, but can be managed and continuously refined to account for continuous environmental developments. Next is machine learning models do not understand the impact of a false negative versus a false positive diagnostic, at least not like humans can. When diagnosing patients, doctors often err on the side of caution. For example, being falsely diagnosed with a malignant tumor, false positive, is less dangerous than being incorrectly diagnosed with a benign tumor, false negative. Further testing will occur in the former situation, whereas the latter would cause such scarier consequences with malignant tumor being addressed. Third and very finally, for many of the clinicians in the patients, the models are the black box. Stakeholders can only make the decisions based on the outcome, and the predictions are not open to inspection. Therefore, it is hard for anyone to determine that there are patterns of the inaccurate predictions until prolonged has already occurred. For example, imagine an X-ray analysis model that is inaccurate under certain conditions because it was not present in the training data. The doctor would not identify this until the continuously observing incorrect diagnosis. But the only aspects of the model focuses on is the outcome. Next of all, I would tell you the affirmative. Positives. A tiny camera in a pair of glasses could help police officers reflect on how they react on the job. A black box is comfortable enough to be worn while sleeping. It is non-invasive. It takes only minutes to don. Importantly, it can track a person's physiological functioning as they go about their normal routine. They don't have to be tethered to some stationary device. Also, black boxes that help in tracking physical health also help help doctors track how much you're going on with your diet if you need to have one, and see if you have bad thoughts, and tracking your mind to see if you have bad thoughts as well. Recruits are learning about how to communicate with their policing partners and how well they synchronize with them. In a particular, says Dr. Lee Bellew, they get better at analyzing their actions. understanding their own reflexes and tendencies, seeing what their limitations are, and spotting how their thought processes differ from policing partners. A technique also has been used in another situation where decision making can be critical. Nuclear power station run by French energy company EDF. In that case, any company would be afraid at an upcoming glut of retirements amongst its energy engineers would mean the irrevocable loss of years of know-how and experience of irrevocable experience of the other techniques in the black box. The substitute camera is designed by the engineering team's own researcher technicians as it requires higher level specifications in the terms of size, resolution, quality of sound, and battery than devices currently available on the market. The playback is also finely detailed and it can pick up hesitation, fear, for example, from head movements to breathing rate and gesturing. So, that is the end of the negative and the affirmative. Thank you for listening. I hope you like it.